It's been touted as the game of the year. The grand finalists of the last 2 years, both in form and at the Adelaide Oval. Yes, the clash between Glenelg and North Adelaide. Premiership points important to the Tigers, psychological points important to the Roosters, and North going for a record-equalling 12th win in a row. We pick it up at the opening bounce. With me describing the action, Jerry Harrison and Daryl Hicks. So the ball thrown up to start this Sunday match at the Adelaide Oval. It's been promoted as the match of the year, and the first kick goes to Andrew Jarman, bouncing away from Stephen Riley. He's still going though, Gibbs there with him. Big pack of players tangling up in the early stages, and at left half forward for North Adelaide, there'll be a ball up. Umpires Rick Kinnear and David Trembarth, the latter officiating on this occasion. In the middle of the pack, it's Jarman. And a free kick picked out. It's going the Tigers' way to be taken by McDermott. He's at half-back. The toss won by Peter Carey. The breeze at this northern or cathedral end probably worth 2 or 3 goals through the fingers of Jarman. Parsons got it out. Tiller the opportunity. Close to the boundary line. Now over. So a boundary throw in. Outer side centre wing, just in front of the Victor Richardson gates.
And the first game player for Glenelg, Steve Howe, on the field with Jeff Winton and John McFarlane on the interchange bench.
Carey getting handed ball. Quick kick forward came from Tiller. Centre wing position, a stalemate developing, and it'll be another bounce on that outer side. Quite heavy conditions prevailing underfoot. Overcast at the moment. Parsons' hand, Andrew Jarman trying to work through. The kick from Stephen Kernahan floats to half forward. Frisbee spoils well. Kidney's well caught. Tiller trying to work it back. Cruz the tackler over the top, and the umpire calling again for a bounce. This side in attack for Glenelg.
And a tame start. We're expecting a lot of aggression and physical attack at the ball. Players getting accustomed at this time.
Parsons hand the ball again. Free will go North's way. And on the bottom of the pack, as usual, is Daryl Hart. Now the North skipper changing direction, looking for Carlaw. Kernahan closes. The mark paid. Carlaw using the run of Hart. Took his time. It's a good delivery, direct and long into the space, and good goal. Fine mark in defence. Quickly down for Gibbs. Centre wing they go. Andrew Jarman sets and takes. And the Roosters about to go into attack, helped by a 15-metre penalty, but the kick's away. Parsons inside half forward. Cooley does it. Drives direct and long to the goal square. Wall of players up. West defends. Andrew Jarman, the tackler, can't get in over the ball, and it will be a bounce inside half forward for North Adelaide.
And conditions are going to be difficult. Not only is the breeze going to move the ball in the air, it's slippery on the ground, and it will get very muddy in the centre square.
Trying to work out this. Riley working through. Slattery, the hand pass, and the shot hitting the post, coming from Craig Burton.
Smooth play by Slattery. Slipped out the hand pass beautifully. Burton was at top pace, and that back foot slipping a little bit. Hit the woodwork.
So Gibbs kicks the ball back into play. Long ball too. Murphy, the fist from behind, knocked on there by Marshall. Great play, Tigers. Chance now for Hewitt on centre wing. Puts it out nicely for Budarick. Great play, Glenelg. Now he's a long way out. He'd be 50 metres out from goal. He puts it high. It falls short, almost out of play on the full, but Arnold got hands to it. Kept it in play nicely. Simmons couldn't though. Gee, that was good stuff from the Tigers.
Craig Budarick very high. Firm fingers, the clean take.
So the boundary throw in 30 metres around from the Tigers' goal area. Off the ground. Well done, Hewitt, diving on it. Big pack of players again. Umpire Kinnear on the spot. He's allowing play to go on. Much there waiting for the crumbs for North Adelaide. Finally, it's forced across the line, but a free kick picked out. It's going the Tigers' way to be taken by Kidney. So Robin Kidney, too far out to score. Puts it up high towards a central position. Coming out Seabohm. A lot of Roosters flying for it though. Cruz got it out. On it goes from McDermott. The kick from McTavish is not quite there. Rowe to Simmons. On it goes again to Wildy. Thought about giving it back to Simmons. Oh, uncertain. Goes down from McTavish and got a trip. How lucky can you get? He did everything wrong then, but picked up the free kick. Centre wing. In the middle of that pack was Bennett, but the pushing done on Murphy to Marshall. Centre wing, in towards that half-forward pocket area. Budarick knocked out of it by Rowe. The kick off the ground from McTavish was quick thinking. Maynard the opportunity, right on the boundary. Breaks the tackle. No, he doesn't. Great tackle, Tiller. Out of play.
Signs already of its close physical contest with the ball on the ground.
Left forward pocket for Glenelg. First use of the breeze to the cathedral end. Rowe going over the top of McDermott will be penalised. And McDermott a shot at goal on a 60-degree angle 30 metres out. Chris McDermott, the workhorse of the Glenelg side. Big kick gatherer. Certainly within distance here. 1 point to North so far. Glenelg take the lead now by 5 points. The first goal on the board at the 5.5-minute mark.
And again, McDermott at the bottom of the pack. A little lucky to win the free, but it was definitely there. And he and Darryl Hart, McTavish, Maynard, the little players from both sides are going to be absolutely critical to success today.
So early points to that man, McDermott, right in the centre of your screen. And the ball will be thrown up again by umpire Trembar. Up high was Parsons. Got it down to Hart. Quick kick forward towards centre-half forward. Stephen Riley was behind his opponent, couldn't knock it away. And umpire Kinnear will intervene. Murphy, the player there, number 6, just behind him. Carey got up high. Taken away by Hewitt. Onto that left foot towards centre wing and taken by Marshall. Now David Marshall, perhaps just a touch backward of centre wing on the outer side. Goes down looking for Kidney, and behind him, nicely taken by Maynard. Too long it was for Kidney, but beautifully directed towards centre-half forward. Cruz behind. One hand there from Budarick. And the clearing kick from Jarman. That's Darren Jarman. Parsons doing it well against Maynard, the big fellow. The long and the short of it, and the long does pretty well to keep it on centre wing.
Surprisingly mobile, big Mike Parsons. And that time just able to get his hand on the ball to spoil the mark.
The mind certainly on the job today with Parsons, another tap back. North collectively through Andrew Jarman, slipping at the crucial moment. Hart's got no support. Working out is Stephen House. First kick in league football into the pocket. Rowe doubling back there will be paid to mark or interference, whichever way. He's got both and possession of the ball. In the back pocket, against the breeze, but getting good distance, holding up just at the last minute. Carey almost. North trying to work through, forcing it to the line. Good combination. Handball was too much for Hart. House goes out, and North Adelaide drive in through Darren Jarman. A floating punt kick. Glenelg defence to ground. Can't work it out, but he's satisfied for the bounce at half forward left.
I think we can expect a lot of errors to be made. Difficult for players to take the mark, as Carey showed previously.
Bennett's tap away. Hart trying to work clear. Tackles well applied to the gain of stalemate. Still at half forward left for North Adelaide.
Umpire Rick Kinnear replacing umpire John Hilton as listed to officiate in this match. And once again a ball up. Left half forward, the Roosters into attack. Tossed into the air. It's obviously quite spongy out there. Carey did it nicely to McDermott. High towards the wing. Parsons waiting underneath it though. Tries to shrug Cruz aside. Glenelg 1 goal, leading North 1 behind. Centre wing. Fine grab taken there by Wildy. It's a long way downfield. Kicks high into the breeze. It hangs in the breeze. Carey underneath it. Going over the top was Bennett. Back to the wing and a good diving take. No, not taken by Parsons. In fact, it's been paid. Gee, he's had a lot of work to do. Picked up a lot of kicks around that area in the opening 9.5 minutes.
I don't think that kick that he made from the last mark was deliberate. I think it speared off the boot, and the choppy breeze having an impact.
Parsons, high ball, outer side. North charging through there was Hart, and he's hurt himself. But he's going and contesting that mark coming from behind, and that's not a good sign for North. Peter Bennett the kick. Hart on his hands and knees in pain. A fine falling mark by McDermott. Back to Gibbs. This is the call. Through the half-back line. A deliberate kick looking for Marshall. Andrew Jarman up, but Maynard in from the side. Glenelg away. Half-back play for Glenelg. Half forward. Run down by Slattery. Good tackle applied. North away. Sims pulled off the ball. The free kick goes to Sims. Coach Corn's not impressed. And Sims taking the ball and looking for Parsons. Up over the centre. Tumbles one inaccurately straight to Carey. Glenelg building off the half-back line. Swinging it wide into the path of Hewitt. Sanders for North Adelaide. Quick chick forward. Bennett reaches high. Flashes it beautifully to Darren Jarman. An unprotected goal square. Recovers. Hart's hand pass. Not on. And Gibbs put to ground, but Carey bundles it away. Wildy's there at centre wing. Tumbles it forward. Burton on the run. Donovan in pursuit. Burton the pace. Still no one in the goal square. The ball won't sit. Burton's lost possession of it, and it will be thrown in the left forward pocket.
Well, both teams are having trouble with the conditions. It's almost as if they are experimenting with the turf and with the breeze.
6 plays 1. The Tigers in front after 11.5 minutes. Roosters into attack, though. That was Houth who knocked the ball out, taken by Hart. He hooks it in towards the goal square, coming out to meet it. Roberts. Oh, a collision of players. Slattery's there trying to pick it up. No tackle applied. And Wayne Slattery emerges with a free kick. He's pretty well straight in front of goal, being brought around on a slight angle. But Slattery, the former South Adelaide player, knows this ground well. And he shouldn't, even with a tricky breeze, have too many problems from there.
It's not an easy kick with the breeze coming between the two stands.
The distance 25 metres, no worries for Wayne Slattery. So the Roosters take the lead. It's 1-1 to 1 goal.
And again a free kick wins the first goal for North Adelaide. McDermott goaling for Glenelg and Slattery for North Adelaide, both from free kicks from high tackles. And Slattery's experience on this oval was crucial. That was a difficult set shot.
Ball thrown up for Parsons, but Carey getting hand to ball. Cruz feeding it wide to Hewitt. Glenelg in through half forward. Kidney. Good use of the ball. Rover Kidney too far out, although the breeze will help. Swinging across his body from his left to right. Putting it up high. Well, it's hardly a good kick in these conditions. McDermott's got front spot. Poor defensive play there, however, by North.
Well, the Rover, setting himself in front of the pack, suddenly became aware that the ball would drop short, and his anticipation was perfect.
He lines up for goal number 2, and the second for Glenelg. 45-degree angle. Distance not a problem. And McDermott has converted for his second. Second for Glenelg, and back to a 5-point lead at the 13.5-minute mark.
Well, the kicks for goals have been much better than the field kicks. And Chris McDermott even used height with the breeze, with a slight breeze across him, and very accurate for 2 goals for Chris McDermott.
All-Australian captain resting down there in the forward pocket. Parsons in ruck for North, got up very high against Carey. Carlaw coming in to meet McTavish. Waiting for it was Budarick. Cruz diving on it. Stephen Riley there, and Sims also. With umpire Kinnear just out of that centre mud square, decides to ball it up. Carey, and fisted away by Carey it was, but straight to Clisby. Too long there for Donovan. Gibbs coming to meet it. Draws the man. Finds Hewitt. He's got the run offered by Donovan. He can give it back to Hewitt, but he goes further upfield. Finds Marshall. Infield he goes. Choice of two. Donovan knocked it on. Coming bursting through was Tiller, and penalised for holding the ball. Crashing his way through. David Marshall going over the top.
And did not win 15 metres.
Now, a long way out. He's 70 metres out from goal. Goes short. Sees Carey. Too long for him. Cruz, though, the snap. Good for the Tigers. They're looking good early. 15 minutes gone. Glenelg 3 straight. North 1-1.
David Marshall's long, low kick was aimed at Peter Carey. Over the pack, and Cruz, like a rover, turning onto the right with the accurate hook, and psychologically this lead is important to Glenelg.
Carey still getting a hand of ball. Once more wins it against Parsons. Rowe for North, and he's caught as soon as he's got possession. Marshall, an illegal tackle on Rowe. Defensive side of the centre circle. North under a bit of stretch now. The direct approach used. The ball holds up. Bennett makes front spot. Good take. Fine judgment. Looking for the leads. He's got it from Roberts. Fired out looking for that player, but threw away. Wayne Stringer. Name number 250 to the veteran. Puts it high and long. Centre wing. Wildy sets. Got up high off hands. Kernahan could be able to play on the ball. Yes, it is. Interchange gate centre wing, and the kick will be taken by Clisby.
No left foot. David Kernahan determined to try and use the natural kick.
Clisby going short. Caught in there is Rowe. And Rowe going long with the kick to centre half forward for North Adelaide. Good mark to Redden, who's just come onto the ground to replace Parsons, who appears to be injured, and it's Wildy now inside half forward for North Adelaide. Wildy, the defender, going high and long towards the goal square. Good defensive play by West. Trying to work it out was Greenwald. Smalley again looking for the head-high tackle. This time he didn't get it, and it's a bounce almost from the goal square.
And the umpire indicating that he felt he tried for the free by ducking his head.
Carey back there. Peter Bennett takes it to North. Got the hand of the ball. Hart! Stop shot. Perfect combining way for Matt Ruckman and Rover, and North Adelaide trail now by 5 points.
Normally you see Darryl Hart roving to Michael Redden. Carey the tap, Hart read it perfectly and snapped brilliantly. We've just seen Michael Noonan giving Mike Parsons a lecture on how to ruck.
Back in the middle of the ground, up goes Redden. Carey diving on it. Umpire Trembath. They all let it go down, but the reason was that Carey was being held out. So big Peter Carey booms it forward, over centre half forward. The mark not taken there by Budarick. Umpire Trembath allowing play to go, but finally decides to bounce it. It's about 45 metres out from the North Adelaide Glenelg goal. Redden got it down. Chiller. And once again, a bounce or a ball up.
Centre half forward for Glenelg. Use of the breeze, leading by 5 points. Redden's tap away. Andrew Jarman extricated himself beautifully. The quick kick forward. Murphy and Donovan mess it up. Bennett gets the hand pass on. Burton's on the run. uses Stephen Riley, who comes across ground for Sims, just ahead of centre. Oh, he set up his skipper here, Hart. He was good enough to get out of it, giving ground back to Sims, and he goes wide out to the flank to find Bennett. So North Adelaide going via the Cape. Bennett, a long kick in. The back of the pack, Roberts working hard, put it to Brown. And Brown goes red roll, and he'll get the free kick out of defence for Glenelg. Danger, he's come across ground. It's not good play. Stringer's loose. It could well be set up now as further afield Maynard's loose. Marshall bolts to the space. Maynard goes looking for him, finds him well. Glenelg had to run through half forward, but well held up further afield now as Marshall goes into the lead of Cruz. That's good use of the ball. Cruz in, Budarick's loose. So too is Hewitt, and North Adelaide getting the numbers down into attack.
What superb play. Stringer to Maynard, to Marshall, to Cruz, and Hewitt to shoot. Control of the ball.
Breeze at his back. Distance not a problem, but he's hooked it badly. And it's out of play on the full for Wildy to take the kick in.
It shows that the ball can be used easily in front of the grandstand with the wind protected.
Goes in short looking for Simmons and finds him. Didn't gain much in terms of meterage, but another short one, about 15 metres upfield, finds Rowe. Shadows being cast across the Adelaide Oval. That's a good sign after some pretty average early morning weather. Knocked away by Carey, the bounce eluding all players, but on the end of it is Sims. Great hand pass to Hart. Through the middle, McTavish closing, but gets the kick towards the pocket. Roberts. Top play, Roosters. Now Roberts, uncertain, goes in short. Hart. Beautifully done, Darryl Hart. Drifting downfield, finding the space, now within shooting distance.
He was the player who provided the link in the midfield for Carlaw. Found Roberts and then took the ball back.
He's only 30 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle. Oh, it may have come back, not quite. Hit the post. Didn't look good off the boot. The umpire had a second look at it, and whammo. It's the big white one. So 2 goals, 2 now. 14 to North. Glenelg 3 straight.
McTavish found with the kick-off, not good. Stephen Riley gives it to Bennett. Infield to Hart. A hook shot. He's better at those. He's got the second one. First goal came from a hook shot. Follows it up now and puts the Roosters back in front by 2 points.
Tony McTavish. Just that little bit of loss of concentration with the short kick, and North Adelaide were in. Bennett to Hart and the snap online. Darryl Hart is a fire and winning touch as well for North Adelaide.
It's good. It means he'll keep the others warm out there because the temperature's pretty chilly.
North led narrowly at quarter time and half time, but at the last break it was the Tigers by a whisker.
They've got the advantage of the breeze. Stephen Riley working through. Had Andrew Jarman, ignored that. Now puts it wide. It's not a good kick. The back Burton with Donovan, mopped up by Hewitt, helped by Maynard, shipping off for Marshall. Good controlled football, Glenelg. Stephen House, impressive debut, and a throw in half forward right for Glenelg.
North Adelaide persisting with Parsons at centre half forward.
Strong third turn by Glenelg, but they could only get 2 goals, 6. Wasn't just reward. The charge, Rowe belts it forward. Maynard charging through for Glenelg. Kernahan there. Rowe was good enough, the loose one out. Clisby, the direct approach. He kicks the ball a long way. He's helped by Hart, who steadies and pops it up in the air looking for Roberts. Almost. To ground goes Stringer. Roberts there with him, and it's a bounce 10 metres from the goal square.
And Trevor Clisby not able to create the dash today, but that was Clisby at his best.
Bennett getting hands at ball and boot, but on the last line it's Mr. Iceman himself. Gibbs, helped by a 15-metre penalty, now called to play on. Wide, good creativity by Maynard. Glenelg up over centre wing area. Marshall has covered enormous territory. And Glenelg go in looking for Kidney. He's got too much pace for Simmons, who was favoured by the bounce, and puts it over for a throw in at half forward left for Glenelg.
Difficult to kick goals in the gusty conditions. Difficult for the key position players to take marks.
47 plays 40. The Tigers slightly into attack. Rowe. Almost a high tackle. Andrew Jarman. Rick Kinnear says it was held to him. So at the 2-minute mark of the final quarter, the game here to be won. A low-scoring affair. 7 points in it. Carlaw. 3 Tigers around him, but he got a high tackle. So Carlaw, right half back. Kicks long towards the centre wing area. Carey from behind over the top of Parsons. Darren Jarman got it out. Parsons tries to knock it on. It goes back to Jarman. Long, gets plenty of distance down towards Roberts and West. They both miss it. Roberts the opportunity. Had to beat Stringer. Found Bennett. Oh, smothered off the boot. Off the ground. Got it! 3 chances. And Bennett got it on the third. A point the difference. 7-4, 46 to North. Plays 6-11, 46, 7 for North.
Oh, so close. West just under the ball. Roberts kept his feet. Bennett the chance, but missed the first, gained the second. And that's a significant goal for North Adelaide.
1 point the difference. Redden getting high. McDermott to Maynard. Good block, Carlaw. Carey caught. Couldn't work through the centre. Well, North get it out. The quick kick forward. Gibbs back there. Stephen Riley in pursuit. The ball sitting nicely for him. But a good kick to touch gains about 30 metres. A throw in just ahead of the interchange game.
Well, a little bit of luck, an individual effort can win this game. It's so close.
Parsons now from centre half forward to contest against Carey. Call that one a draw. Murphy, strength. Hewitt, Marshall bends it back beautifully to half forward. Good spoil, trying to work through his policeman. Up boot to ball, Andrew Jarman too hard. Tumbles it up to the half forward area. Donovan almost working it forward. Good recovery, Donovan. Strong play. Glenelg to half forward right, but Wildy once more.
Trevor Clisby stepping between Max Cruz and the ball.
Wildy kicking the ball very high, hoping it'll carry in the breeze. Parsons got up high, waiting down as Sanders. Tackled by Marshall. The ball up.
And if Glenelg have an advantage over North, it's been in the strength of their tackling.
Parsons got it down. First to it, Marshall. He had Grenvold with him. Gives the hand pass out that way. Took his eyes off it. Through goes Darren Jarman. Been a good player today. Straightens up. Gives out to Sims rather. Has a bounce and almost lost it. Over half forward. Waiting back there. Gibbs. He missed it. Round the corner from Roberts. Slipped as he was getting his kick away. Gives West the chance. He can give out to Stringer. And beyond him, it's Hewitt. Takes it on his chest. Plays it on towards Marshall,
who has won centre easily today.
Gives it on by hand to Stringer. Game number 250. Towards half forward. Houth, lost it in the sun. Umpire Trembar said there was a push in that. It was on Robin Kidney. And Kidney sends it in towards full forward. Seabone's there. And over the top, it was almost taken by a teammate. Trying to work it free. It was Winton down there. And the short ball finds Redden at half back. Steadying it down for the Roosters. They trail by a point. Now Andrew Jarman. Over half forward. Now Bennett with Stringer. Bennett almost. Dives on it. Can give it out to Sims. In towards full forward. Looking for Roberts again with West. West the fist. There are Roosters there in numbers. Burton first to it. He can straighten up and put it through. By hand, unselfish play. Roberts. Goal number 2 to Roberts. The Roosters in front at the 6.5-minute mark of the last quarter.
Burton's pace pace eventually broke him clear. Had the chance to kick, unselfishly to Roberts, who just had time to put ball to foot. And the Roosters, 2 goals, are in front.
North beginning to put it together. Redden's tap. Good kick forward by Marshall. Simmons in front. Out the back, Kidney. Kidney goes for goal. It's on line. A great reply. Robin Kidney's first. The 8th for Glenelg, and back in front by 1 point.
The Rover behind, just able to get the ball over the top. The bounce was good. The line was accurate. The ball waved in the air. Those 2 quick goals have really put life into this game.
Robin Kidney, the goal kicker. 52 to 53. Could be a grand final preview. Although, with it this close, you can't read too much into the result. The hand pass out from Cruz, knocked on by Clisby, taken by Wildy. It goes higher than it does long. Parsons there. In front it was Murphy. Pushed in the back. Gives out to Gibbs. On it goes by hand to McDermott. From centre wing towards half forward. Kidney's back there. Simmons almost the mark. And picked up now by Kernahan. He swivels. Gets it in towards full forward Seabohm. Knocked out of the way. Darren Jarman on the bottom again. Umpire Trent Barth will bounce 20 metres out from the Tiger goals.
David Kernahan circling, has one centre wing, playing well.
Taking it out of the air, it was McDermott. Tried to get it out towards a teammate. Found only Jarman, who was pushed in the back and will get the free kick, I'm sure. Had to get the free kick, despite the feelings of the Tiger fans in the back pocket.
Darren Jarman is lifted this term. Puts a high one. Half back. Carey gave the nudge out. Not seen. Hart's caught. Tiller trying to work through. Unable to do so. And it is another bounce as Andrew Jarman tries to do a little unsettling there. Darryl Hart can't get the leg out. He wants that ankle that's left behind.
John McFarlane waiting patiently on the sideline. Don't think he'll be nervous.
Carey using his bulk, but Redden got hand to ball. A good tackle applied by Carlaw. Called a draw. Another thrower. Nothing in the game all day. North by 3, then by 4 at half-time. Glenelg 7 at the last change. Marshall sending them in. Kidney versus Simmons. Out for Cruz, who forces the ball through, gets to boot the ball. It's across the face. Oh, and the snapshot. Not good there by Winton. Put out of play on the full.
He read it well. Cruz turned it back with the left. And Winton had room, perhaps, to slip and move past his opponent, but elected to stack.
David Wildy. Forced to go for distance. Kicks it high. Redden gets up. Carey should have got it. There's a free kick. Going against Redden to Carey. For Shepard. Peter Carey. Looking for a lead. Couldn't get it. And McFarlane has come on to replace Stephen Howe. Kernahan goes short. The mark will be played to Winton. Plenty of endeavour in that throw of the body forward. And Winton from a set shot this time. The distance ought not be a problem. Breeze a little tricky. There's not much strength in it at the moment. Distance there. Accuracy also. Glenelg 7 points clear at the 11-minute mark as Winton gets his first and Glenelg's 8-9.
And a feature of Jeff Winton's game is his ability to come on off the interchange and slip straight into the game. And pleasing, Graham Corn standing, applauding Stephen Howe when he came up and shaking his hand.
7 points in it. What a game. Relatively quiet, though fiery for 3 quarters, but it's been a grandstand finish. And still near enough to 20 minutes of this match remaining. Trembath throws it up. Carey, he's rucked throughout the game for the Tigers. Umpire Trembath decides to ball it up again. Glenelg 19 scoring shots to North Adelaide's 12. The lead just 7 points. That was the margin at 3/4 time. Redden got it down. Breaking away is Marshall out to Murphy. The half forward. Back there is Jason Rowe. Now Rowe at half back. Not a good kick towards centre wing. Oh, surprised was Riley, but he got the hand pass away. That was good play to Carlaw. He's on the break. He's had 2 bounces, almost within scoring distance, is within scoring distance, but not within a 6-pointer.
He and his opposite number, David Kernahan, having shots for goal and both kicking to the right-hand side of the post.
Gibbs, good distance. Carey at the back. Redden in front. Carlaw looking for help. Keeps it in play. Andrew Jarman. Good recovery. Sold the dummy nicely. Kicks to the square. Roberts in front. Good spoil West. Throw in 10 metres from the behind post.
Andrew Jarman then back to his miracle best. Lots of confidence and time to get clear.
Well, magical. Right forward pocket. Redden taps away. McDermott thumps it forward. Well controlled Marshall. Sims charging through into the pocket. Tries to centre the ball. It's a high one. He succeeded. At the back, Murphy. Fine grab. Played a solid game in defence for Glenelg. Controlled the centre-half back spot. Now goes with distance. High kick. Marshall for the leap from behind, but Redden's got too many centimetres in front. Marshall politely gives it back to Vic Meck, who's deep on the flank, trying to centre the ball to the lead of Roberts, who's in front. Well, they'll get the numbers there and the bounce to take place inside half forward for North.
Still anybody's game. A quick goal to North, and they could be up and running. It's been a testing game for both sides.
What are the odds on a draw? A goal the difference. About 15 minutes to play. And the Roosters, who are trailing, are into attack. Not for long, though. Kick from McDermott towards the centre wing. 1 against 2. 2 wins out. Redden. He really has marked well, particularly in this second half overhead. It's been a great battle he's had with Carey. He kicks now down towards half forward. Pack of players. Parsons in front. He's co-ruckman, who did most of the first half rucking. And umpire Trembath again decides to ball it up. About 45 metres out from the North Adelaide goals. They trail 8-5 to 8-11. Those 6 additional scoring shots the difference. Comprising 1 goal. Sims. And he couldn't get the clean hand pass away as it went straight into McDermott.
Noonan's tactics are a little bit mystifying. He's got Redden and Bennett on the back play. Parsons at centre-half forward.
Parsons won the knock that time. It was knocked on by McDermott, though. Taken away by Darren Jarman. Around the corner. Who's there? Riley goes up high. Couldn't mark it. At the back, West. And again, there'll be a bounce. The condition's pretty slippery out there. It's hard for the players to keep their footing. And that accounts for a lot of these ball-ups. Goes down to the back. McFarlane got the kick away. It's caught in the breeze, and it's out of play on the full. It looked like a pretty safe clearing kick, but the breeze is gusty down there, and it caught hold of the ball and took it over the line.
A professional goal kicker to take the shot. John Roberts with the right foot could fade this ball back.
Goal here to take him equal top on the goal-kicking table with Nichols. But that didn't help him at all. Relieving free kick for the Tigers to be taken by Maynard.
Peter Maynard, big kick getter.
Killer, he might be in danger.
Don't miss.
Players. Fires it high, not all that much distance. Murphy. Got the numbers there. Carson circling, he will contest against Carey, trying to hold the Glenelg captain at bay. And Carey in too much guile. Hewitt. Clever, had to think once or twice. Kicks it to centre wing, cruises up. Marshall fed it nicely to McDermott. He'll use Gibbs. Gibbs on the chop. Through half forward, running the pocket, runs a long way, kicks the ball, it looks on line. He spills out the back for a point. Puts Glenelg 7 points clear.
Oh, what a crowd pleaser is Ross Gibbs, shooting for goal, having run from the back pocket.
Yeah, I'd like to measure a couple of those stints between bounces too. He well and truly got his value. Out towards half-back, Redden up high, but taken away by Carey. The hand pass is good to Marshall. On it goes to Maynard, out to Kernahan. Long ball towards full forward. It won't carry the distance. Gibbs knocked away. The pack of players form again, and umpire Kinnear will bounce it. Dear, oh dear, it's frantic stuff down there. You can see on the right of your screen the goal square, so it's right within distance for the Tigers. The kick out of the pack is offline. 8 goals, 13 the Tigers, 61. Leading North 8-5, 53. The margin 8 points.
Robert Kidney, no time at all but to snap it on the boot.
Rowe. Looking for Bennett. Marshall down there to nullify that. Cleverly done infield to McDermott. Hooking towards the goal square. A wall of players. Oh, Budarick! Strong mark on the lip of the goal square to Budarick. Directly in front of goal.
Well, he's looked dangerous all day because of that little bit of extra height across the full forward line. The two-pronged attack, and McDermott centred well.
Directly in front. Craig Budarick gets his first goal of the game, but a very important kick for Glenelg puts them 14 points clear at the 19-minute mark.
3 goals to Glenelg, all hard-earned. And Marshall, best on ground in my opinion. The ball to McDermott, who centred and flagged it. Budarick was strong and tall, but clean grab.
So North Adelaide really under the microscope at the moment. Redden trying to work it out. Charging through Clisby. Couldn't get a clear. Carlo Sims to ground. Glenelg getting numbers there. And another stalemate for a bounce. So it's centre wing. North Adelaide struggling now. It's a valuable break to Glenelg. Bounce favouring Andrew Jarman. Looks as though he's been moved out of the centre. Gets clear. Gets it over to Sanders, but a free kick's been pulled out. Will go back for Stephen Riley. Front white line of the square. He goes in looking for Parsons. Can't quite grab the ball. Gives it off. Andrew Jarman, high tackle. Having the ball. And Glenelg, great clear through McFarlane. Centre wing, Cruz. Possession football by Glenelg. Gildy being brought back. Cruz wants the 15-metre and gets it. Drives deep. Turning it in with the wind for Wigan to take the ball. And North Adelaide a little ruffled in defence.
Jeff Wyndon, a vigorous player since coming on. Mobile's opened up the forward lines.
Outside distance. Certainly setting himself the task. The objective is a goal. Fading across with the breeze and taken on the last line by Peter Bennett. It's quick to move. It's not well placed. Maynard's there, cutting across Carlaw and takes it to the line for a throw-in. So Glenelg have got the answers at the moment. Time etching away. Seaborn there. Redden feeds it out the back. Up into the centre area, Stephen Riley. North. Stephen Riley has given away a few metres there. Kicks it deep, looking for Parsons. This time he's got the big fellow. Murphy's handled him overhead. Now puts an awkward-looking kick up. Looking for the fullback who's down there. Roberts goes infield, but it's blocked there by Donovan. Out to Hewitt. Hewitt goes for the safety of the white line. Marshall is there to help him out, as he has been all day. David Marshall, a kick clearing centre straight to Wilding.
One of the few kicks. Bit of action there. Wilding disappointed with Cruz. Wins the 15-metre penalty. One of the few kicks that David Marshall has taken that haven't gone to a man.
Infield for Sims. He drives wide, looking for Hart out there. Shanahan
Has lifted since half-time to be one of Glenelg's best.
The high ball centre wing. Maynard on the run. Served beautifully by Stringer. In through half forward. Kidney out. Simmons in pursuit. Perfect control, Kidney. Drives long, deep to the square and has put it out of play on the full.
Hasn't been Glenelg's worst player, Robin Kidney. Normally lacking in a little bit of touch and finesse, but that was superb play, but the kick let him down.
Wildy again. High and long once more. Shanahan at the back this time. Looking for the free kick is Redden. Forcing it forward. In goes Rowe. He's taken the ground by Budarick. Sims trying to work out. Kicks a high one. Well, North up to half forward, but Big Carey reading the play well. Out for Grenville, but a throw in the result, centre wing.
And the question must be asked, why has coach Michael Noonan used Bennett and Parsons and Redden in the way that he has since half-time?
Centre wing. Glenelg getting the numbers, McDermott continuing to work. And it's sufficient to go over the line.
Under no circumstances are they to enter the playing arena in the conclusion of the game. Thank you.
McGredden and Peter Carey. Two stalwarts. Carey does it well. Feeds it back. Long hand pass from Maynard. Quick kick in. High. Trap well Sanders. Looking for help. Piles up beautifully. Hewitt. Square on. Steadies and bangs it home. A winning goal to Hewitt. His first. And Glenelg 20 points clear of the 24.5-minute mark.
Mark Hewitt, ever dangerous today. Just time to break through half forward and straighten. The kick on line despite the face of the wind. They've won right across centre with Kernahan, Marshall and Hewitt. And that's probably been the reason they have won.
About to enter time on in this final quarter. Carey trying to get it out. McDermott succeeds. Clisby's caught. McDermott at the bottom of the pack once more. Plenty of endeavour being shown in another bounce.
Feature of Chris McDermott game since half-time, his attack on the ball.
Carey using that fault. Sanders couldn't work through. The bounce favouring Stephen Riley, who's caught. Sims likewise. Trying to tackle the Maynard bolts clear. The advantage called. Gets it over now to Cruz. But the shot way offline. Out of play on the full.
Well, for the first time today, a side has been able to break clear. Glenelg have kicked the last 4 goals to show that they are at their confident best.
Willie went short for Darren Jarman. He has little to kick to. Forced to go long to the line, looking for Stephen Riley, but McDermott interrupts it. Gets into the pocket, tries to centre the ball, but he too is offline. He will again out of play on the full.
Into time on, Glenelg by 20 points, and I'm sure we, by far the biggest margin today, and they're now looking safe.
The biggest to that stage was 14 points, as it was at the 19-minute mark, and earlier in the day at the 8-minute mark, second term. And North Adelaide led by that margin. Carey goes infield for Hewitt. cleverly around Arnold. Goes direct and long to the square. Good use of the ball. Budarick again. Up like a Roman candle. Arms straight up in the air and a solid mark.
Well, that's the feature of his game. That little bit of extra stretch, the ability to get under the ball at its peak and mark.
Goal number 2 goes on the board to Craig Budarick, and a commanding, invincible 26-point lead to Glenelg at the 27-minute mark.
Yes, what a prospect is Craig Budarick, and what a final term played by the Tigers. The game there to be won, they responded better, and 6 weeks to go to the finals, they're looking ominous. Let's check the quarter-by-quarter scores, and as you can see, there was nothing in it until that final quarter. North by 3 points at quarter time, 4 at half time, the Tigers by 7 at the last change, and then 5 goals to 2 in a match-winning final term. For Glenelg, Budarick and McDermott kicked 2 goals each, and for North, Hart and Roberts 2 each. Well, he's becoming known as the super coach, and Graham Corns has done it yet again. He's speaking here with Jerry.
Graham, a deserving win, and one of which you're justifiably proud.
Oh, well, yeah, you know, there's games of football and there's games of football, and whilst there was no extra significance to this game, it was just really good to win it.
Well, there was a lot hanging on it. Really, the Premier's
there was
battle.
a lot hanging on from our point of view, because it's you know, they're comfortably in 1, 2 or 3 and comfortably in number 1. You know, we've still got to fight for that 2nd or 3rd spot. So from that point of view, that was the significance.
Were you concerned at quarter time when you had first use of the breeze and trailed by 3 points?
Yeah, I was actually, because North Adelaide were playing very well. We weren't playing badly, but they'd just done it very well into the breeze, and I thought it was a 3 or 4 goal breeze at least, and we hadn't appeared to use it well.
Well, they got 14 points clear midway through that second term when they used the breeze, and then I thought they seemed to go on the defensive.
Well, yeah, well, I don't know about that, but I just thought our persistence and our work rate lifted a little bit then, and we were able to convert a couple of opportunities, or one opportunity up there forward. From that time on, midway through the second quarter, I thought we really controlled it without really ever dominating. You know, I thought our effort deserved a higher score on the board than it showed, but I think we kicked 1 goal 10 to their 2 goals at one stage. So,
well, that was into the third quarter when you had taken control, but I thought the interesting and the positive factor was your rebound out of defence.
It has been good in the games that we played well, and it has been very good. But more importantly than that, I thought our defensive action in defence was very, very good today, as good as it's ever been. And you look at the low score that was scored, and that would attest to that. But I thought James West did very well on Roberts. Mark Donovan did very, very well on Craig Burton. David Glenelg did well. Murphy did well. Wayne, well, they all played well. And Ross Gibbs, I thought, played a really good game.
Well, Murphy's control of the third quarter against the big fellow Parsons was impeccable, really.
Well, he's a good centre-half back, and he's really beaten. He really is really beaten, and Parsons had some height on him. You want to come up and say hello, do you?
A happy son, proud father.
My son, Chad.
Well done, Chad. And across centre, Graham, you really controlled that all day.
Well, Marshall played very well. Kernahan played well, and Hewitt came into it towards the end, so... Yeah, we did.
And you're a very proud winner, I can see that. Well done.
Well, you know, there's good games to win, and that was one of them. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Graham. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, if he's half as good as his dad, he'll do all right, I'm sure. What about this super coach man? Is he a super coach or a man in charge of some super teams?
Well, both. I think I watched Graham Corns carefully on the fence today. He sat in public view. He's very relaxed and, well, obviously very uptight, very controlled, and made a few decisions. And I think that Michael Noonan tonight would admit that he was at fault by playing 3 big men in his forward line in the second half.
I mentioned during the call in the last quarter that the margin was so tight that nothing should be read into the result, nothing significant. But 26 points in the end, it was a fair result.
Yes, it continues. The psychological advantage is with Glenelg. They are tougher and harder and better balanced. I think North Adelaide, now it's been shown, Stephen Riley is not a rover or a follower, whatever way he was used today. He's more of a defender. And Michael Noonan's side was top-heavy. Why was Bennett in a kick behind the ball? Why was Redden on the ball? They were top-heavy in attack.
And they were just about at full strength too. John Riley, is he worth 26 points?
Well, he's as good as they come in defence. He's a utility player, adds flexibility, but counter that with Salisbury and Hodgman missing from Glenelg, and it was an even contest.
John Northey there, I guess eyes on the Jarman brothers.
Master Walls was there from Carlton too, so the Victorians at every opportunity are spying.
Yes, a good game of football it was. Just one other match played interstate today in Perth. It was the almighty Hawthorn against the Sandgropers.
The game was worthy of a match with so much at stake for both teams. The Eagles were pumped up for their second win this season against the Premiers, and rover David Hart kicked 3 superb goals. In sunny, dry conditions in front of a big crowd, the football was spectacular, and when Jason Dunstall couldn't mark, he soccered through goals. The former Queenslander is third on the goal-kicking list with 72. The early stages were ferocious, with Alex Oshenko being reported, and Hawk Dermot Brereton more than once perhaps lucky to escape the same fate. More importantly, the match produced some great goals and marks. Hart getting his second with a long kick on the run. But what about the mark by Eagle John Gastev?
Towards the centre line, Kennedy under it, Gastev the leaper!
And at the other end, Dunstall, with strong marks like this, kicked 5 goals. The game fluctuated, the Hawks missed some easy shots, and this was the goal which sealed it for the Eagles. A sensational hand pass by Lockyer set up captain Glendinning, who repeated his effort of 3 weeks ago against Carlton and again kicked the winning goal.
What a magnificent piece of football by Lockyer.
Oh, the Eagles in a thriller. 1-1-5 plays 1-1-4. Gee, they're hard to toss at home. Remembering, of course, they beat Carlton there 3 weeks ago. So the top 5 in Victoria, or in the VFL. Victoria, of course, that name has become obsolete regarding football these days because it's a national comp, allegedly. After round 18, Sydney, who took top spot yesterday, retained the lead on percentage from Carlton. Hawthorn now a game behind, but they'll certainly finish in the top 3. North and Footscray still with some work to do to assure themselves of tickets to the finals, and the West Coast, with today's win, move up to 7th, 1 game behind Footscray. Repeating in today's match at the Adelaide Oval, the reigning Premier brought North's winning run to an end, the Tigers winning there by 26 points. The league ladder after 17 rounds, and North still the leader by 2 games on Woodville. Glenelg and North equal on points. The Tigers' percentage, though, superior by .01. Port 5th, but positions 2, 3 and 4 far from settled. Leading goal kickers, John Roberts with 2 today, now joining Stephen Nichols on 78. Mandamaker 73, all with a chance to reach the 100 mark during the minor round. Next week, it's round 18. South and Glenelg at Football Park, Torrens, Norwood, Central, Sturt. I guess the match of the day there at Alberton between the Magpies and the Warriors. Also a good one at Prospect between North and West Adelaide. Well, that's it for another week. Just 5 rounds to go before the finals. It makes you think, doesn't it? Don't forget Sports Arena 11:20 tonight, featuring Tracy Wickham as the studio guest, and we'll be back 5 next Saturday with more league football action when we'll name the winner of this week's Mark of the Day. Get those entries in.
Reynolds from the side of the pack, and he's taken a sensational mark. Here they go, and what a sensational mark by Downs.
We need an A, B or C with your name and address on the back of an envelope, and we do need it by midday Thursday. Good night.